What were the signs when you were a kid that Reid Hoffman, the kid, was going to be Reid Hoffman, the billionaire?
I don't think there were any such signs. Now, this is hindsight, and hindsight's always super predictive. I'd say the thing that was probably most useful was how strategic I was around things like board games and so forth. That when people say, you know, how did you learn to be such a strategist? The answer was, I played a lot of these games in which I figured out kind of what the patterns of strategy were, and then I translated that into how I, founded companies, operated as an executive, as an investor. And it was really much more of that kind of intensity around studying, playing, and being a strategist around board games that was probably the most interesting predictor. There were two types of games where I was learning strategy. One was Avalon Hill, which did a variety of these military games. Their classic was this thing called Tactics 2, which was kind of a tank and infantry strategy and how that played together. And so there was a set of those things about understanding kind of how a set of tactics come together in a strategy. And then the other one was fantasy role-playing games. Dungeons and Dragons, Runequest was the specific one I was doing as a kid. Usually on your quest, you also had to think through what was your way of succeeding at the quest? What is the sequence? What are the key points of leverage? What are the things that you needed to solve in order to solve the big problem?
I've heard from a number of CEOs that they learned a lot of important lessons playing video games, board games, but a lot of parents look at their kids and say, what are you doing? Like, go outside.
So I think the key thing is to make sure your kids are learning how to transfer the lessons that they're doing from these games to other domains in their life. And so part of what helped me was, okay, I'm learning these patterns of strategy within this Avalon Hill board game, but then I'm applying that to how do I think about, well, my project about constructing a magazine for my year-end project as a student, or that kind of thing. And that transference of domain is part of then what creates robust learning and capabilities.